What is up, guys? It's Brandon here. Today I want to talk about the importance of building credit from a young age. What made me want to make this video is that today I was talking to someone who was around 23 years old, and I was saying like, hey, I'm getting this new credit card, look at all these perks, blah blah blah, look at the sign up bonus. And he was like, well, why would you be getting a credit card? Does that mean that you're in debt? I'm like, no. And I'm like, do you have a credit card? And he was like, no. I'm like, so you're 23, you don't have a credit card, you don't have a car payment, you don't have a mortgage, you don't have rent, so you basically have no credit. He's like, well, yeah. He's like, I always thought that, having a credit card meant that you're in debt, or that if you were to charge something on that card, you'd automatically get interest to pay it back. And I thought about it, I'm like, that's completely false. I don't know where you heard that. The truth of the matter is that if you pay off your credit card bill every single month, there is no interest. So you can take advantage of these credit card companies' sign-up bonuses. You can take advantage of their perks and etc. And as long as you pay it off every single month, you're not going to be giving them jack. So this just got me thinking: how many younger people out there don't know how credit works or the importance of building credit? Alright, so this video is for anyone who's just starting out, maybe 18 to 25, doesn't know too much about credit and wants to learn why credit and building credit is important in the long term. So credit is really going to be with you for your entire lifetime. From the moment you get your first credit card or get your first loan, all the way up until the day you die. And the better credit you have, the better credit score you have, the easier everything's going to be, right? It's going to be easier to get that car loan. It's going to be easier to get that mortgage. You're going to get better terms on that car loan. You're going to get better terms on that mortgage, and just better terms in general on anything. So if you're in that age group, 18 to 25, you're just starting to build your credit, the first thing I would recommend doing is getting a credit card. And when I say getting a credit card, I don't mean, spending carelessly, just because you don't have cash in your hand. It's still real. When you charge on your card, you have to owe that back. So I'm not saying get a credit card and, go crazy with it. Get a credit card, say like, hey, I want to spend, $200, $300, $400 a month on this card and pay it off every single month. And stick to that limit. Don't go over it. But then also don't charge like $10 a month. Try to pick a number that you can commit to every single month, and just start paying that off each and every single month. So if you start doing that when you're 18 or 20, by the time you're 25, something like that, and you want to actually apply for a mortgage or get a loan for something, you'll actually have that credit built up. And one of the things that you can do, because it can be hard to get your first credit card, or you're not going to get favorable terms on it, is you can basically piggyback off your family or a really close family friend, someone who has a high credit score, anywhere between, I would say, 700 to 800. Don't go off someone's account that has less than 700 credit score, because again, that's going to reflect on you and where your credit's going to end up. So what I mean about piggybacking off of someone's account, whether it be your parents or a close family friend, is becoming an authorized user. And what that is that, again, if this person has a 700 to 800 something credit score, really good credit, you can become an authorized user on their account, and now you can have a credit card with your own name on it and a much higher credit limit than you could originally qualify for, because you've never had a credit card. But you have to be careful, because that person that lets you become an authorized user under their account, they are now liable for your spending. So if you charge up $1,000 on your credit card and you don't pay it off, they're the ones who are going to start acquiring interest and stuff like that, and it's passed over to them. So you don't want to screw them over, because again, they're helping you get a higher credit line and get a much better credit card. So that's really the first thing I would do, is just start building credit, become an authorized user on someone with good credit scores account, and then pay that off every single month. So what that means is don't keep a balance on there, right? There's no reason. Again, you set a budget of $200, $300, $400, whatever dollars a month that you're going to allow yourself to charge on that. And then at the end of the month, when your statement's due, you just need to basically transfer all the funds and pay that off. And by doing this, you're going to have a massive advantage over everyone else in your grade or your age, say you're 18 years old, because people don't even think about this, right? Some parents don't even bring it up. Hey, Johnny should probably, get a credit card to start building his credit so then he can get, much better terms on his car loan, or much better terms on, his student loan, or much better terms on whatever, right? It blows my mind that parents don't actually think about this to teach their kids about building their credit. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today. That's one of the main things, that you can actually start, building your credit. If you don't know where to start, just get that card. I'll put a link to a video somewhere over here where I explain more in depth how to, once you have credit, how to build it up to get the highest credit score possible. So again, I'll put that somewhere around here during the end of the video. Okay guys, well I hope you really found this valuable. And again, this might be common sense to some people, and then others might not know anything about that. And that's why I wanted to make this video, just to educate people if you stumble upon this, just to educate someone who's young, 18 years old, 20 years old, doesn't have any credit yet. Just get the card, pay it off every single month, and by the time you are looking to get something like a loan or another credit card with better perks, or a mortgage, something like that, you'll have much better terms. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, and also subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. But now what's to stop?